Hey guys and girls, this is Gordon Overkill with a new episode of Gordizzl's Adventures. You remember in the last episode Gordizzl got crowned a neutral champion, and afterwards I was reminded that maybe that was not too clever, because I told you earlier that I would maybe try to reach an ultra ending. So now after getting crowned this is no more possible, which is a little sad, because if you want to do an ultra you have to get crowned later in the game. Well, that's bad luck. That's because I never did an ultra ending before and I just forgot about it. I just read how it works so far. And so we have to go for an ordinary ending, but that's hard enough, believe me. And at least so I know how it is done. Well, anyway, I thought about our crowning gift that we got, the Hammer of the Gods. It is not so bad. Maybe we could use it for certain situations if we train a little with it. So we will keep this hammer with us for the moment. But at the same time, of course, our sword skill is much better trained. So for important uses, we continue to use sword and shield, if there is no very good different reason. Well, another thing we have to do, now that we cannot go out of my way, priest. So now that we cannot reach an ultra ending, there are some artifacts we've been collecting here that we can sell. For example, Black Torque, Big Punch, and Moon Sickle. I think that's them, but they are too heavy altogether. Then we will randomly carry Big Punch, which is just incredibly heavy. So, and the rest we can sell. Drop the Torque for 1300 gold, and drop Moon Sickle for 50,000 gold, which is very nice. What else? Can we now carry Big Punch? No. Well, maybe we can drop the Hammer of the Gods until we have sold Big Punch. Still too heavily burned. Oh, drop the shields. Now it works. Big Punch is really a big punch. Where is it? Big Punch here. Gives us another 16,000 gold. Great. So we also still got our dragon scale mails here. Pick them up, and we're going to sell the black dragon scale mail. It was very nice to find this one, but as you remember, with our crowning, Gordizzl got acid immunity. So the immunity you get from the black dragon scale mail is not so important anymore. We will rather wear the blue dragon scale mail, which gives us shock immunity. It has 1 point less protection, but therefore it has a better defense modificator. Just 1 point malus instead of 2, and just 1 point in-fight malus instead of 2. So, sell the black dragon scale for 4,000. Okay. That's it. Pick up the stuff we just left, which was the shield, the hammer. That was it? Was it more? I guess that was it. Well, I want to check if we've got some Moss of Moralen, because we're still not at perfect dexterity. Mogia. We've got, but we've got not enough. We need some more Moss of Moralen, and we're still wearing a cursed pickaxe. Well, that's not too bad. Why are we overburned? Because now we're carrying the dragon scale mail. What's the problem? Okay, we've got this 400 stone heavy Hammer of the Gods with us. What else do we have? What is very heavy? The Z's. We've got amounts, incredible amounts of herbs. Don't think we need so many. Well, then let me just drop the hammer and sell some herbs at first. Or drop the scale mills. Doesn't matter what we drop. So drop all the no, well, not the stomophilia, but the other cursed herbs. Stomatseptia, burp roots, Stomatseptia, cursed moss of Moralen. Well, Morias, it's enough if we keep the blessed ones. Also moss of Moralen, we don't need the uncursed ones. Coraria Mancox, we keep them. No, but not the cursed ones. Pepper peppers. We might still need them. Let's see how it looks when we've got all this stuff sold. Okay. Then we've got, of course, we've got lots of money with us at the moment, 40,000, which we could maybe use in order to increase one of our stats, maybe for strength training. We are still a little weak. I would prefer a little more strength. So we train it for 41,000 coins. That should give us 1 or 2 points at least. There is a way to calculate how much exactly you have to pay in order to train a certain stat, but I don't know it from the memory, and I also don't really care. That's I just spent a little too much, and that's okay for me. Well, let's train a little with the Hammer of the Gods. And like I told you, the aim for this episode is to get back to the surface because we want to drink from some pools. Well, maybe not directly go to the surface, but at first check this pool down here. Was it a pool? No, it was no pool. Wait, it was really no pool. It was a beehive. Anyway, find a spell book. We can just bring this. Nah, don't want to go back to Dwarf Town. Problem is, beehive looks like a yellow pool in this game. Anyway, there were some pools on the way, I think, or at least in other dungeons, but we're going to check that later. At first we're going to go to the Dark Forge, because there I'm 100% sure that there are many pools. Well, and now we are training. Are we training? Hammer of the Gods. It works with our hammer skill. Oh, that's interesting. Although it's a two-handed weapon. It is two-handed, isn't it? Yeah, it must be. Would be ridiculous if not. This is a pool. So, we are going to drink from you, Mr. Pool. What was this message? Splashing sound. Somebody diving into the pool or what? So, we want to drink from this pool? Yeah. You feel very, very bad off, which means we are, I think, cursed or doomed or something. We can go back and remove that. Well, that was not very successful. That's always the problem. You cannot do the whole pool drinking at once, because if something like that... Oh, what was that? I want to go deeper. If something like that happened, that you get doomed, or that very much reduces the chance of succeeding in what you want to get from this pool. So you have to get back to an altar to remove the status. So here's the altar. Glad we saved some coins, and now we're going to sacrifice one of them. Istrecht seems to be very close to you. You feel a terrible gloom being lifted from you. That means we are not doomed anymore. That's why it is very good to be at a good alignment, that your god likes you very much when you do this pool drinking stuff, because it makes it a lot easier to get negative luck statuses removed. Because you have to get to the very close state in order to wait. Here's another pool. Just in order to get the doom status removed, and that's a long way, as you have seen. So, drink from the black pool. You feel exhausted, that abuses our toughness. You become depressive. Oh man. Back to Dwarf Town. Not really lucky at the moment. Maybe it's better if we equip the Ankh, which should increase our luck. But that's interesting that we've got 2 pools at least here in the Caverns of Chaos. If one of them should work, we would save lots of time. J1. You feel a terrible gloom being lifted from you. Nice. And now I hope we will be a little luckier. Want the fasting, we might need that. Quite interesting ones, because they have got a big range, which can be very helpful. You start a trip on the road to nowhere. That means we are... What is that? I think we are again... Wait. I will drink from... I drink a potion of insight to see if that was already doomed. Let's see what we have. We have fire resistance, intrinsic and also through an item. Poison resistance, intrinsic and also through an item. Cold resistant, gained through an item. But we don't need it any other way, because we can get immunity with our armor. We've got acid resistance. We are lucky. Fate smiles upon us. We are cursed. Okay, cursed is still okay. Cursed is not as bad as doomed, but we also want to release it before we do anything else, but it doesn't ruin our chances here. We are sleep resistant, gained through an item. Teleportation control, stun resistant, gained through an item. Death ray resistant, gained through an item. Shock resistant, also through an item. Able to see invisible things, gained through an item. Immune to shock attacks, gained through an item. Immune to acidic attacks, immune to ice attacks. We heal quite quickly. We are strong. You feel cheated. I guess now we are doomed again, and that's impossible. I know it's risky to drink from these pools, but usually it doesn't happen so often that that you get the worst results. That's really bad luck. I actually hope that my streak of bad luck with my good characters in the last time comes to an end with Gordizzl. You know, I had some very promising characters dying for stupid reasons. Well, most of them were my own faults, but but anyway, they were all of my characters that I played in the last time. The last 5 or 6 characters who got to the mid game got very bad crowning gifts and other unlucky events. I don't know when the last time a character of mine got a really good crowning gift. What was that? I want to sacrifice 1 gold, please. You feel history seems to be very close to you. You feel okay. We were not doomed in the end. Anyway. And you know what? I am 110% sure that Gordizzl will not make the mistake to get lazy and try to use the dwarven halls except of the animated forest in order to get at the deeper levels, because that's what I did with Sense Trouble with my last characters, and they all died there. I had last week I had I think it was 3 promising characters short time before, more or less at the same state of the game where Gordizzl is, dying in the dwarven halls because they are so deadly. You become depressive. Oh, fuck you. That's really some extremely bad luck, especially taking into account that we should be very lucky. Just from the intrinsics we have. So you know, just yesterday I had a level 20 elementalist who was very, very strong, had great equipment. He found Grot, a good 2-handed weapon, which maybe was his death in the end, but that's another question. And he got killed by what was it? It was a Berserker Emperor. I didn't see that it was an Emperor, and I tried to melee him, and he was dead within 1 single round. He didn't even have the chance to recognize his mistake. He was directly dead. You feel a terrible gloom being lifted from you. Wonderful. Now keep it that way. So you know that at some points it seems that Gordizzl is rather unbeatable power machine here, but it can happen so easily if you do not play careful that your character dies from one moment to the next. And even much stronger characters than Gordizzl can die within 1 single round if they are not lucky. So now be lucky. The snakes that sometimes appear are one of the lesser problems. We can easily kill them, and at least they don't. Liquid is filthy. You are wrecked by feverish fists. That makes us sick, but we can heal the sickness. Wait, let me try something. The cure disease talent. I want to see how it works. You feel much better now. Wonderful. You become depressive. Well, that's just not Gordizzl's day, I think. Anyway, he is quite strong and he's alive, so he won't complain. Get it? The random number generator. Maybe that's the RNG's way to say be careful. Do not think that you are too strong. And especially not that you're invincible. I got the message. Oh, pickaxe. The dwarf who got down with me died, it seems. You feel a terrible gloom being lifted from you. It was really a good idea to get a good status with our god before we started this. So maybe now. What I want from this pool is something totally different, and you will see if I get it. But this pool drinking is a risky story. Nothing happens, the pool dries up. Okay, at least it cannot doom us anymore. That's nice. Was there a pool on this level? No, maybe it was the other one. Down there. No pool here either. Here? Up. No, it doesn't seem so. Well, anyway, maybe there was in the end just this one pool. I thought I saw another one, but anyway. However, I will just try to wait a second. I will use the pickaxe in order to get a shortcut down here. So I will try to drink from the dwarf-fortress pools just once. If we should get doomed again, then I will end this episode and continue with the pool drinking in the next one. I think we have still not found a waterproof blanket, so we've got to take care of that while we drink from these pools. And let's see if we've got anything with us that shouldn't get destroyed. The helmet. Could need to fight a very strong opponent here, so we change to our best weapon combo, which is scimitar and shield, adamantium tower shield. The crossbow could rust, so we pick it away, put it away, and now we drop all those stuff that could get destroyed. Backup stuff, amulets, pickaxe, sword of sharpness, crossbow, quarrels. So what else could rust? Any important stuff? The ring, wands, all the wands. Definitely do not want them to rust. Potions cannot rust, but scrolls can get drenched. Books as well. That's it. So now we are immune to the negative effects of water. And we're going to start with this black pool, though black is not our color. Drink. Fuck you! But I think it's not yet doomed. Pleasure of the fluids. Snakes. Snakes are gonna die. Take this snake. What's that? Dagger. Extremely filthy. Eat Coraria Mancox. Where is it? Here. What do you wish for? Yeah! Yeah! Wahoo! Ah, all those bad luck finally was worth. That's exactly what we wanted to have. And what do we wish for? It's an amulet of life saving. In order to save a certain dying sage who we found a couple of levels deeper in the Caverns of Chaos. Well, bam! That's great. That's so great. Ah, that makes me happy. That really makes me happy. So, drop the amulet of life saving. I think we are also going to drink the rest of the pools because we still lack fire immunity, and that's why we could use another wish. Maybe we are more happy than we deserve it. More lucky. You start to bleed. Okay, don't care. You feel very controlled. Feel hot-headed. Nothing happens, the pool dries out. As long as we don't get doomed, I will continue. To your dwarven ale. Remember your early youth. Nothing happens, pool dries out. You slip and fall in. Your outfit looks cleaner. And some more snakes. Whatever happens now, this was a big success because we got our wish that we hoped we would get. That's really not easy to get a wish. Have we got antidotes? Yeah, here. Start to bleed. Totally awake. Inflexible. Hate the thought of jumping around. That could mean we are not teleport controller anymore. Antidepressive. Well, that's it for this episode. We'll pick up what we found. And call this a day. Well, in the next episode, what we're going to do is at first get back to Dwarf Town, get rid of the doomed status, and then maybe if we feel like it, we go back to the pools to hope for another wish. If not, well, we got what we wanted. That's so great. Oh, dudes, I'm so happy. We've got an amulet of life saving, and that will give us some amazing rewards. Man, that was a truly great episode. It was not so exciting maybe, but we had enough luck for the rest of the game. I hope not, but this will make the rest of the game much easier for us. Great. I'm totally glad you were with Gordizzl and with me again and saw this important step on Gordizzl's quest. And I hope you will tune in again tomorrow for the next episode of the quest to save the world. Bye guys, and bye girls, and see you.